Financial institutions use KYC policies to reduce business risk and comply with industry regulations. But current processes are fragmented, manual, and lack operational insight, making teams ineffective and customer experience a pain. Angle Dimension Smart Identity makes conducting due diligence a frictionless experience for everyone. This eKYC solution uses artificial intelligence-powered automation to streamline, standardize, and secure the KYC process for greater customer satisfaction and quicker time to revenue. Gain a comprehensive view of your customer using Smart Identity, whether you're a bank aiming for seamless customer onboarding, a telco streamlining your process, a government agency ensuring secure registrations, or an insurance company enhancing customer trust. Smart Identity is your one-stop eKYC solution.
How do you guys meet?
With Vincent?
Yeah. Can I get it?
Vincent has been in the space, in the tech space for the longest period of time.
Yeah, he was telling me that.
I think 2003 or somewhere around that.
Yes.
2003.
I used to blog about tech.
Yeah, actually, so
You did?
Yeah.
No, he used to. The blog that you wrote about the bar camp.
Yeah,
Remember? Yes. I think that is the blog. It's still there.
2008.
Yes. It's a blog that he did.
Yeah.
And I think I featured somewhere.
Yeah.
Yes. Because I made a presentation.
You're demonstrating like digital security.
Correct. Yes.
Correct.
I still refer to people. There's a guy from Standard Bank. He's a security guy now.
Yeah.
He came and told me that the presentation actually is what inspired him to go and pursue the security, whatever.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he came like last year. I was like, what?
Yeah.
Really? Where did you stop? Where did you stop?
I still do. I write by LinkedIn. Sometimes I post about it medium.com.
Yes.
But it's strictly tech, and I became lazy, of course.
No, he became busy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the right term.
Yeah, he became
Not lazy.
Well, I've got a lot of things to write about.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. 2003.
Yes.
Yeah.
How grown were you people then? 'Cause I was still a youngin.
It's okay.
I don't do that. I was like a proper youngin. Not like general youngin. No. I still had my brains and I was thinking straight.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're not saying you're Gen Z. We're just saying we understand.
Yeah.
How do we understand? So what are you? Gen X?
If I don't know what, but I don't know really, but
Millennial?
I think we do it.
How do I?
There's a thing that is circulating, which is kind of counting. This year to this year, Gen Z this year.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yes.
Why,
But us, 80s, 90s, we're millennials.
Yeah, 80, 90.
Yeah.
Yes.
I should be in that bracket. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Ah, you're still youngin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know someone millennial?
Okay.
Aingofusa kuti nawo ku millennial ku kapena pa akuti Gen Z sama bachina chichonse. What they're afraid of is marriage.
Okay, then I'm in between.
Okay. See?
Millennial Gen Z. Hey, God, would you?
Akuti china chichonse sama go kungoza marriage.
Scary things. You people are doing things out there and you're scaring us. Yeah, and we are scared. Why should we also experience whatever you people experience?
Then you're not millennial.
I'm millennial. I'm millennial, truly. I'm a trooper for that.
No, when you do the chimanga jo kazinga, like pamakajina jisichina puliki.
To be honest, I did miss your analogies. I've had a whole month without any analogy. And I remember this morning, I was interviewing a person, one of the organizations up there. And he started doing the whole analogy thing. He was like, ha, Bram. He
No.
We shouldn't be doing that. Welcome once again.
Thank you.
Welcome, our viewers. We're here again to talk about tech, and we're always in the building with Angle Dimension, as always, with our lovely Bram, my number one nemesis. You know how it goes in this building. Yeah. Last month, we had a topic, which was very exciting because we were just going and just flowing, because apparently Bram wanted to steal my job a little bit. So we just said, we're going to wing it. This episode, we're just winging it, and we did wing it. Maybe we would try to do that, but we do have a topic this time around. When we came together, me and Bram were like, you know what, we're going to teamwork. We'll work together. We'll come up with a topic together, and we did. Beautiful things. I think we are trying to get along now. Yeah, I feel like, we're trying. There's truce somewhere happening, but it's beautiful things. We're in the building with one of, he's a jack of all trades. I was trying to talk to him early on. I was like, what is it that I don't do, Gugu? What is it that I don't do? We do like mystery. Like mystery is what we're all about, but it's beautiful things. He's here with us to talk about technology in the country and how it has progressed. And like I said, we actually do have a topic. So our topic today is use of technology in businesses. So these are the tech gurus, and we have another tech guru. And earlier on, they were telling me like, they met in 2003, guys. How old were you in 2003? These guys, they were still running, doing tech things in 2003. They're grown people. They're old.
We were young then, though.
They're old people. They're old. But welcome once again, Bram. It's really nice to see you again.
So I knew you were gonna say we're odd. That's why I didn't go to the barber. Like, you see, I'm just like a professor today.
No.
So we're really.
You've gotten lazy.
Because last time, you remember, we came with board heads and.
Yeah, I mean it was a CEO week,
Yeah, but we're odd. We're growing, and that's why we're here to pass on knowledge.
Comaso. Do not even talk about good board head. I have a friend of mine who's still in his 20s, man. And he's bored. Yeah, what are you saying?
Oh, okay.
It's just genetics. Hey.
True.
Okay.
Shame. All right. Okay. But how have you been? It's been a month. We've been good. We did see each other last week, didn't we? We met.
Where? At BSCC.
Yeah.
During the DFSA, we had a meeting for the Digital Financial
Association. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Good.
That is an association that you've never mentioned before.
Because
it started recently.
It's in the forming. So.
And you're part of
it? Yeah. I'm part of it. Yeah.
You see, I always have interesting people on my set, and it's quite interesting. Yeah. You know what? I'm not going to introduce him because he brought mystery today, and I would like him to continue with his mysteryness. Yeah, go on, welcome.
Thank you, Gugu. Thank you, Blam. Yeah, it's good to be here. Of course, I've been following Podcastmalawi, especially the tech part.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been trying to avoid to come here.
He's been saying that.
Yeah, but I'm here now.
But we're nice people.
I know you're nice people.
Yeah.
So you're lucky that you have, I don't know how many hours I'm going to give
just
you.
A few minutes.
Yeah. A few minutes.
Don't worry.
You're lucky to get those few minutes. So make use of them.
It only lasts 10 to 15. Don't worry.
Okay, good. Make use of the 10
until we get to 1 hour. All right. So tell our viewers, please tell them your name.
So I'm Vincent Kumwenda. I don't know what to say beyond my name. Of course, I'm doing a lot of things. But the key thing, I think, right now is I'm involved in the tech policy space.
Yes.
And also been involved in designing a number of programs, digital programs across the country, ranging from skills to actual maybe product development, innovation programs, entrepreneurship programs, but with a bit of a focus on the digital space. So I think the topic that we're discussing today, using digital in businesses,
yes,
is one of the topics that I'm very much interested in.
Yeah.
Because I've been from both angles, from the like designing products for people in the business to use, but also as a business trying to use tech in some of the things that I've been involved in. So it's a very interesting space.
Okay.
Yeah.
Talking about products, like this guy right here.
Yeah.
Each and every time that he's here, he's always talking about a certain kind of product that he is doing or he's, introducing on the market. Are you guys, before like I go deeper, I just want to know, since I don't want mystery also, like let's leave the whole mysteryness out there. Are you guys working on a certain product together also? Bram.
No. So take Vincent as because so the way he's explained that he's been or he's always involved in entrepreneurship businesses, setting up, or even business advisory aspect from the tech space.
Yeah.
So from our perspective, for example, as Angoda mentioned, we always engage him, when we want to validate a particular idea or when we want to validate a particular product, for example.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think about this?
Yeah.
Like, his brutal, honest truth is what you should go back and work on.
I love this now.
Yeah.
You know what? I want to do this like a little bit. I just want to play like a little bit on this. In which idea did you tell them that, brothers, this is not going to work right now? Yeah. Like them specifically. I'm not saying like other people. I'm saying them, Brahma and his other gurus at Angoda mentioned.
I think it's a part of trade secrets.
It's not.
I signed an NDA with them.
You did?
I have
Why
an
are you
NDA
doing
with
that
them.
also? Why are you busting my bubble?
I'm not doing this just for Anchor Dimensions. I'm doing this with a lot of emerging entrepreneurs. I think from where I'm coming from, just understanding the tech space a lot more, built a lot of relationships. I know a lot of products that people have tried to build, how they fared, what is available on the market, a bit of that. So when people like Blam trying to some things, they would always want to kind of check whether I've come across that before or I know some of the things or some people have worked on that before.
I like how technical you are with this. I like how political you are with this. But you know what? Yeah, I'll break you. By the end of this, you'll be broken. Trust me. Like I will break him. Yeah, because we need to get a little bit deeper into this trade secret. Why also? Bram, you can be nicer.
Well, I mean, it doesn't get nicer than this.
That?
Yeah.
You cannot tell me one idea, one stupid idea that you ever had, to be also specific. Because you're like a man of ideas.
But we've come here and talked about some of the ideas that failed from our perspective, obviously. I think must have been
us.
What?
Remind us.
So one of the ideas that actually failed was I think back in 2017.
Yeah.
When so if you count how many filling stations we have in Malawi, they're quite many.
True.
Right? So much that when you think of digitizing each one of them, then you have a good market, right? So we also, had the same delusional thinking. Yeah. So we came up with a software that would sort of, automate the filling stations. Yeah. So, but it's a product that never took off. As good as it sounds.
I saw it though. I remember. I saw it.
You were part of it, and you
not part of it.
No, it was not.
I mean, like you advised.
Not really, but I saw. I knew that they're working on something like that, and I even saw the actual software that they had developed and all that. Yeah.
You actually developed the software
in 2017. Okay, start from there. In 2017,
yes, 2017,
and spent money like 5 million in advertising in 2017.
I hear you
at Zodiac, and other stations. Like make noise.
Mad.
Yeah, and it never took off. Not a single user. Even when you go to the filling station and say, don't pay, like any subscription fee. We just give you for free.
Yeah.
Use it and give us your feedback. Like, bruh, what's in it for you?
Yeah.
So see, one of our failed ideas.
But it does sound like a very beautiful idea.
It does.
The good thing with the things like those, eventually someone will come up with it.
Yeah.
At some point. as a new thing.
And it will take off.
It will.
Yeah. I guess timing and luck also.
Timing.
I guess, I guess you are not destined to go into that direction. Yeah, direction is where you're going already.
No. But I think the timing aspect.
I hear your time, but also I'm just saying, like, the road that you have taken, brother.
Now is
it's working.
But product aside,
yes.
It may not have taken off, but they're very good lessons that probably
that they learned from
that we've used now to take
there. Beautiful things. Yeah. No, I love it. So talking about like you have your ideas, you have tried to develop other products for other businesses, like looking into that angle. Can we talk about like the history of how most businesses have actually adopted like technology to be used in their various sectors in their business areas, like the progression of it all, like where are we as a country, like from the beginning to now? How are businesses doing in that area?
It's a very difficult question to answer. I know you're not. Wait. I'll answer it though. Yeah. There have been some studies that have been done. I think in mind, I remember of a FinScope study that was done. I think it should be a 2019 report. Which tried to interview a number of emerging entrepreneurs, like small businesses, how they're integrating tech.
Okay.
But the numbers were very low in terms of how they are using technology. To the lowest level, even using a computer at a business level as tech in quotes.
Yes.
So most businesses would not use computers, would not have maybe CRM systems. They would not have even payment systems and all that. So even if you look at the bigger companies, there are some who are now able to use technology and all that, but the penetration is very, very low.
Okay.
To the point that you would struggle maybe for businesses just to automate their processes and all that.
Yeah.
And what is even more worrying is that most of the digital products that they're using are off-the-shelf digital products. So they're not developed in Malawi. People are just buying something a software from somewhere, proprietary software, and then they just install. To the point, what is more worrying is that big entities have reduced themselves to selling off-the-shelf softwares instead of, they've tried probably developing and all that. The likes of Angle Dimensions are developing customized systems and all that.
Yeah.
But some have tried. I don't know how honest you guys are, but sometimes there are examples of big entities that have tried maybe taxi hailing apps to develop, to buy off-shelf and probably customize for local markets. Some have tried to develop like customized CRMs and all those things. So some of them have failed in that regard, to the point that they've just reduced selling maybe Microsoft 365 or other off-the-shelf products. I don't know, Plum.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's very true. Yeah. I think it's it could be. So if you look at the FinCorp study that he's referring to.
Yeah. And when was this study?
2019.
Okay.
Yeah.
The recent one, I think, is it the World Bank, which also highlighted why SMEs shun away from technology. I think they were looking at the aspect of the initial cost that is incurred. So, for example, if you want to procure, I don't know, a CRM right system.
You know, the beauty of you people, like you, with every guest that you bring, you always bring me a new word. CRM.
We need to have a laptop.
Thank you. Yeah, you do. Yeah.
By.
CRM. What is that?
Googling.
Yeah, I should be. Yeah, but you should also learn by now. Like when you're bringing me all of these terms, that I will ask you, what do you mean by that? Because I always don't ask for myself. Like you guys, I love you. So what does that mean?
No, it's a software pretty much that you would use to manage the information of your customers.
Okay.
Yeah. So, with like a database, for example, that has all your personal information that they can use to contact you for further, like products and whatever.
Yeah. Okay. So at the basic level, it's more like the basic like software that you can have beyond maybe emails and all that, but a basic software that you can manage your customers at least in a decent way. Yeah.
Mad things. Why didn't I study technology? I mean, like ICT or whatnot. Okay, all right, let's go.
Yes, so you'd find that most have complained that I think the cost aspect of it, number one. Number two, others also have attributed it to the fact that I think if you go to a small business and give them, so I think the payment issue, for example, right? You find that in Malawi, I'm not too sure whether other countries also do that, but in Malawi, our technology in the payment space, since we're also talking about the payment, in the payment space is that if you're selling zigege, right? And then we've given you a point of sale, so that when I come here, I just use my point of sale, swipe, get zigege, I'm off. The other aspect why the point of sale has not been adopted quite widely, besides its very good, purposes and whatever, is the fact that when I swipe, you as the owner of or the seller of the zigege, you're not getting this money immediately in your account, right? So you find that other banks will say that money will reflect in your account maybe after 2 days or after 1 day, but as a small business, you need capital. You can't wait for 2 days. Yeah. So that's why it's important to promote the real-time instant payment. So if I swipe, you also get an alert that in your account you have received my 1,000 kwacha already. You're not waiting for the bank to actually say, "Oh no, give us 2 days." So the other adoption is also some of these policies. It's not like the technology is not there to do this.
The technology is there.
In fact,
right now,
yes. In fact, when you talk to the national switch, they'll tell you that no. If the banks have agree with that channel, we can actually do that. It's just a matter of switching.
The national switch.
Yes.
Switch,
Okay.
Right. So I think the other aspect of maybe the cost implication, but also some of the policies that we have, especially for small businesses, are prohibiting them to accept the new or latest payment channels simply because they are very capital intensive.
Okay.
And they would not afford to stay 2 days waiting for the money that was swiped 2 days ago to reflect in their account so that they can go and order more patatas. Yes.
So which technology is working currently, like in the small businesses?
Before I come to that, I wanted to add only, I think there's also need for like digital first leadership and management.
Okay.
A lot of people may be running businesses fail to kind of appreciate the importance of digital transformation on what digital can really do to their business. It's not like an afterthought. We just need to be fancy to add digital components to the business and all that. But there is a real reason why maybe if you incorporate business, you can be able to even to transform your business to the next level. So there is that component. Exposure is just my prekesa some instances and all that. And then the skills going down, even the people to use the Janet. I think I can give examples of Kulankulazama filling station. I think very early days my filling station amafuna kuti no anto silipira so even pampamba.
Yes.
The multiple times that double is up for filling station kuti no sinika kupasa in pamba kuti no I only have money in my pamba account and I want to pay kugula mafuta pa agent. So I'm forced to go kwa agent tukapanga withdraw ndama ndibwera ndi cash. Pamene pali merchant chani account pa filling station. Some people are like azima chido kupangisa reconcile many so they say to pass in cash and all those things. So the skills and exposure, all those things that needed to happen. Now to your question, you know what's working.
Yes.
I'm thinking Kumalawi we are still at a foundational level in terms of adopting digital technologies.
Yeah.
We're taking baby steps, very, very good steps. We've got, I think, internet. Internet as an excuse. Internet is no longer an excuse now. I know we're talking about cost and all that, but we've laid a lot of fiber cables all over the country.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of options for businesses to have at least a basic connectivity aspect.
Yes.
Sisi kupita ku hotel, Wi-Fi, there is no Wi-Fi, there is no what. So one would expect for a tourist destination place, Wi-Fi would be a prerequisite automatically. but you go there, sometimes it's so you cannot claim because of internet availability, and that's why maybe you don't have Wi-Fi in those places and all those things.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's just decision making and digital leadership, as I was talking about that. So the basic foundations are there, the policies are there, but now I think people now need to start looking at, do we need an accounting system for this? Do we need a CRM for this? Do we need to manage our employees? Do we need to do a customer service digital platform? Do we need a payment gateway? Do we need this? Can people buy online? Do we need a website? Do we need like a digital marketing platform? So there are all those things that people now need to look at, and then budget it, like costing, and see how that will now mean in terms of return on investment, even for a longer period of doing business. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. In terms of payment systems, like in businesses, because I have seen, like, unless we are getting somewhere,
We are.
right?
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna use your term today, Momo. Oh, your boys, actually, your guys. Yeah, they brought in.
Oh,
Yeah. Oh, but you use it a lot, like, you know, at Angle Dimension. Like, you know, when your guys came here, they were like, Momo. And me and my producer, right, they would look at each other like, Momo? And we're loud. No, we don't have Momo. Like, you talk about Airtel money, like, that one, the Airtel money. Yeah. We understand that language, even if it's in Bamba, right?
Yeah.
Or not the Airtel money, we know what we're talking about. Kuma Momo, guys. But anyway, I'm still going to use that language for you guys. So, like, there's been progression. Like, I remember there was a day I was home, and watching Angwa Malus. So I called him and I was like, and I didn't have cash. Yeah. And I was like, can I send you Airtel money? I was like, yeah, you can do that. And this guy is literally trekking with his sack of cassava. But he was like, yeah, you can send it to me.
Yeah.
Which means there is some progression in terms of our payment systems now. Like, you know, like we are getting into that. Even like the person that is selling their tomatoes and whatnot. I mean, so yeah, walk me through that. Apart from Airtel money, like in terms of these areas, like how else have we progressed as a country?
He's a payment guy. He knows much.
He's a fintech guy, truly.
Yeah. So, but I agree with you. We're heading somewhere. Actually, there are more fintechs that have registered in the space.
Yes. Very good news.
We've been talking about this
for both of you.
For the country.
For the country. We've been talking about this for quite some time now. We need more.
I mean, what he's talking about is, and kudos to Reserve Bank of
Yeah.
I think we can give them the So the reason why we're saying, or the reason why he's saying that's a milestone.
Yeah.
Atakati kudandaula kwa nthawi yaitali. Kunena kuti kumalawi kunoko ma financial technology companies ambiri zikumavuta kuti timvane ndi anzathu maregulator. I think miyezi iwiri yapitayo Reserve Bank yapanga license already anthu makampani awiri.
Okay.
You know, and that's a very huge project for this. Kwambiri.
Pano pati kuzowerengera kuti noti ndi Flutterwave.
Yes.
Tindi Pay Changu.
Yeah.
Tindi DPO.
Yes, DPO. Yes.
I don't know, PayPower.
Yeah, PayPower, yes. NetSoft.
MobiPay. Yeah,
that's like
guys,
five.
Yeah.
Whoa, like I didn't even know that though. Okay, and from there, I think I know Beijango. Yeah, I know Beijango. But then the other ones, I never knew that they actually existed. That's actually really great news.
They're here. So I think like you're putting it, what now we need to do is to excite third-party developers. At Nyamata, they should develop systems that integrate with these payment gateways and then trickle down to business people, SMEs and all that. We should reach level achinangwa amene anabwera kwanu.
Yes.
Azitha kumata ka QR code pa thumba lawo la chinangwa. But for you to buy chinangwa, scan here.
Yes.
Ka QR code, scan here. Kaya azigege pa beseni yawo. Lipirani ndi mpamba.
Azigege mwalimbana nawo, my boys. Mwalimbana nawo kwa
It's probably one of the most popular businesses.
And innovative also. Like what they did to sweet pot. Is it sweet? What potato is that?
Which one?
The
Irish potato.
Irish potato, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. What they have done.
But there's also the Irish one Good Madiani.
The sweet potato one.
Yeah, the sweet potato one.
Chigege?
Yep.
No.
Oh, okay.
But equivalent.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if you look, Blam, if you look at the recent Reserve Bank report, financial report, transactions, the trillions of kwachas that are moving towards mobile money payments.
Yeah.
There are trillions of kwachas moving in just mobile money payments.
Yeah.
And the volumes are very good, millions of transactions that are taking place every day.
That is great.
Yeah. So we're heading there. Komano, there's still a bigger part of the population that is yet to participate in the digital payment space. Yeah.
And then, of course, there's an issue here, trust. And I know this because, but I think it could be just also because when you oftentimes when you're caught, and you have a traffic fine,
yeah,
but you don't have cash,
yes,
right?
Yeah.
And what you want to do is you just want to be a good citizen, and pay, but you don't have cash,
yes.
And most of the times, we don't have this payment system in government, so at the mercy of the traffic officer, they would say, okay, mutaungontumizira ine ku nambala yanga ndikapanga withdraw akulembera ticket. But I think they would complain that other people would actually reverse the transaction immediately after being given the GR receipt.
Oh.
Yeah, so you take off and then you reverse that transaction. So you put the officer in trouble. But what I'm saying is, but you can't do that to Wajinangwa. See, you are able to do this transaction. Or some Panga and stuff like that.
Yeah. So I was reading a report. Of course, the Yomoya Reserve Bank, they were talking about, I think, out of millions of transactions, some of these millions of transactions, my issues, Bank complain. They've received about 13,000 complaints.
13,000?
Of Minandrama, as many Zabuerera, as many Zastaka, as many Zatani. So those things, Komano, out of millions of transactions. So to them,
13,000 is not bad.
It's not bad. Komano, they are taking very particular interest in these. These need to be reduced.
Correct.
13,000 in the MPD, even however millions that the transactions that are happening, but they still need to know 13,000 because what it means, the mwana minamalipira school fees,
yes,
the mwana minafuna gula ndio, the mwana minafuna gula magesi and all that. So there is that. So it erodes a bit of trust. It doesn't matter the amount yanji kind transaction yanji kumano ngati ineyo ndapangidwa affect ndi a payment issue. Chances of kudima ondeza bwera so uzayiza payment imene ena fita nkalo kakamira kuti because we have digital money kumano.
In fact, it's a reason why if you walk around the ATMs, you'd find people queuing like in Zera ngati magi. Yet the next ATM there's no one.
Ndio chinaluma
chakuda anapita apo ndi khadi yawo ya banki ina pa ATM iyi sinapereke ndrama koma nande SMS yonina kuti ndrama ndani yadula. So they would rather say, I'll spend 2 hours, 1 hour, because I don't know this technology. I can't trust it. The trust was broken, first time.
What actually happens in terms of that? Okay, Chabuno, like going back to the ATMs, because I think in one of the episodes we're talking about one of the products that you have developed. With the like my queues and all that, you can just handle everything else.
But those just for you to do the KYC.
Oh yeah, and that. So okay, cool. But it's still going in that same direction, also, isn't it?
No, the KYC. I think you would not be worried whether it has submitted or not.
Yeah.
Like to the extent that you'd want to go queue on another ATM.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is someone has 10,000 many and they need it.
True.
Now, if you are gambling, ATM, I'm not too sure whether it will give you my money and for you to get that money when you do the claim,
it also takes a while.
Yeah.
Months.
Yeah.
Are there any strategies that can be introduced to actually lessen this kind of problems?
No, the issue is it's a totally regulated space. It's a very heavy regulated space. So you need to build trust both ends. I don't know exactly what happens behind the scenes. You need to build trust both ends. You never know because amidst all these things, we should also know there are some things that are really malicious that are also happening behind that.
On both ends also.
So you also have to check, is this a genuine issue? Is it not malicious and all that? So there's all things that need to be taken into consideration. So they also have to be compliant to regulations are Reserve Bank, the regulator, and all that. So yes, Komano, we've seen a very good performance of the NAT switch. Panoba, the national switch. Now all the banks are connected to one switch. All the point of sale systems are connected to one switch. So it's easy now. I think kwina kono ndi ka education ndi ka civic education kwina kuti no anthu aziphunzira kuti no banki ndi chimozimozi ndi banki, ATM ndi chimozimozi ndi ATM, sikuti zimango.
But we're there.
No, we're there.
Yeah. I mean, like to the users right now, I think they understand that kind of technology.
Come on, now na mizere mene makala banki na.
I think so. Well,
but we're the somewhere.
People like you.
Okay, sorry.
You understand
this. Sorry.
Right? And unfortunately, you're not majority. That's why, I mean, if you go per Gateway Mall, if you go per game stores, people skew on a particular ATM.
Yeah.
The rest of, mwina mabanki ena atatu was. My ATM mango blink abas.
Nothing.
Yes, but they can't go there.
Sizo dabwisa, ndika moyo kama intisirikina kitima kana kwa antu kina ndi kozopete kachisanzo kuti no mwina antu akoza kudana nawe kuti no ukuja bread mama uliwose mwina bread wa 1000 kwacha pamene iwo wamakula mpata tamwina 5000 kwacha kumaona ngati iwe ukuchita bwino kwambiri koma awo ndi amaja bwino kwambiri ndi bread wa 1000 kwacha pamene amaja mpata tachani 5000 kwacha. So if we work on the economics we find kuti I'm doing much better kumaja mpata 5000 kwacha than 1000 kwacha chifukwa ndi bread.
Yeah. Because there's like a certain aesthetic to the bread.
Yeah. Basi. We're getting there. I think what I love about the digital space in Malawi is we've done. I think we're taking step by step.
Okay.
Panopa, we've got the enabling foundations in terms of infrastructure. There've been a lot of investments that have been done in infrastructure.
Yes.
The policy. There've been a lot of policies that have been put in place. Almost each and every major aspect of policies there. There are a few gaps now in terms of enabling policy for things to get off. Pano, we should be looking at this issue, adoption and skills. So adoption is coming in both ways.
Okay.
Kutuno antu akupanga develop ma system a local. Kutuno antu agwirise nchito. Because there are a lot of innovations that are coming out.
Yeah.
Some of those innovations are not finding their way into the businesses. Each and every year, you read panopa maodi, amena ntokulanda maodi, ana amena kupanga develop ma projects and all that. But 5 years down the line, those innovations are not finding their way into whether normal businesses or normal way of life and all that. So we should be looking at why are we not adopting some of these and bringing them up. We should reach a level when we're doing kind of procurement, particular for a digital product, particular mina angapo ore Malawi they're innovating alindi my products out akupanga bid and all that. One of my missions, I don't talk about me most of the time.
It's okay.
One of my missions is to see, we have a digital product that everyone else in Malawi is using. Kandi tufunika product winalisaka dzuka. Ina product na Malawi anapanga develop. Lero sininga kale tsiku lalero without using
this product.
Sitina chipezi chinthu chimene chocho.
I mean they are working on it. Right? You are working on something. Yeah.
Hopefully we'll get
hopefully they get there.
The mission that is
yes.
Okay. Yeah. So to me, that's why I'm available. Support their product development.
Yes.
I'm available to mentor and help them how to navigate the space, open up doors for them, relationships that they need, whether locally and even internationally. Because the space is very, very wide open.
Yeah.
In countries where Panopa, you can struggle to bring out an issue in Kenya or in Nigeria, in Rwanda, or in the US, because there is an app for that.
Yes.
But of course, there is an AI system for that. There is an app for that. But Zambia is never going to be digitized.
Yes.
So there's still an opportunity. We know Olympic they can be able to do that. And I think there are also things that I advise young people is culture.
Yeah. You go on. you already looked at them. I mean, what about culture? And I'm listening too. Yeah.
So muntu finally yense amene afuna kupanga develop digital project amene azapange Clark the culture in Malawi. You're gone. Okay. Because every product is like related to culture.
Yes.
Let's take Uber. You cannot introduce a Malawi. Majority don't use taxis already.
And I mean, there have been people that have tried, but it has not also gone anywhere. You're right.
Yeah, you're doing for who? Because Malawi amene mapanga mataxi ndantoche pakale.
Yeah.
Right? So you're targeting a market kamene koko. And then there is no way a product will now develop a market. The very rare occasions is when a product will influence the market to start.
Yeah.
A product will follow a market that is already there.
Yeah.
For an instance, ngati Uber yonde ingopanga mwina digitize a market yoti ipo kale.
Yeah.
I'll give you 2 examples. There was a young man amapanga develop a platform yopanga my shop like more like a grocery shop.
Yes.
And we helped him kupanga package chichose chimakwira bwino ma functionality zose napanga test and everything inakwana nthawi ndikapange pitch kwa a potential like supermarket.
Yeah.
Tinapita supermarket inake pita umene kuja munako supermarket anatuza kuti I make like I think it was around 10 million kwacha a day pano. With people walking into my shop. Tell me, nikapanga introduce this Wigen system. How much money am I going to make per day in relation to Wigen? Kuti ndisiya anthu asiye kubwera mu shop mwanga azibwera papo yako.
Yeah.
We had not anticipated such a question.
Yeah.
Because it came unawares. Took us unawares and okay, you're right. So we navigated around that with the idea of we should still maintain relationship and we should come back to pitch.
Okay.
Which we did eventually. A few years down the line, they have opened their own platform.
Or similar one.
A similar one. They've opened their own platform and they are encouraging people to buy online on their platform and all that. I don't know what has changed, the dynamics and all that, but it's a progressive thing for us.
Yeah.
It might not be the product that we went with. At least people can be able to shop online and all that. So it's culture. Apart from the money aspect, Malawi, I don't know. I'll make reference to Malawi because maiko inasindi kwa want. Kuma Malawi timakonda shopping.
We do.
Tipiteko.
We do.
Tipiteko tika ground zintu tikagule, and then someone will develop an app. You want an app and you tell them this is a marketplace.
Yeah.
To them, a marketplace is waka many imakalira waka.
I think for us it's more of the experience. Yeah. So if you take away that noise, and the negotiating aspect of it, but are we going to be able to negotiate?
Yeah.
Hey.
There's a story that is told about Azmai ati muzwina akanaikira nchiko pafupi amati Azmai akuvutika akufunika nchiko azitunga mazi pafupi. So a project came and put nchiko pafupi. Very good development. Zonse mamboso segulira kumazika. Next day Azmai amaudusa nchiko kutunga mazi. Mangu udusa Azmai nchiko tu. Akuti no. Nthawi imene timayenda ifeyo ukafika kumsinjewo. It's the most precious time that we have than kumaima satidulira nthawi imene sitimacheza
gossip and do whatever. Got therapy session kapena muti yotelera boys.
So even the digital space, you need to understand the cultural aspect, whether it's organizational culture, businesses, kind customer, atupanga B2C, like business to consumer, we need to understand that cultural aspect, and then tizachipanga uchen. So ambirife tukumapita pa Google, we download approach ya ku Israeli, approach ya ku India, approach ya ku Malawi without understanding
what is our culture.
Yeah.
But can't we also say with the policy also plays a role in it? Like if because part of also our mindset or our culture is if the the big up here, this is the direction that we are going.
Yep.
And then that's where we're like, hey, kwala mulidwe.
Yeah.
It's I'll go back into 2020, 2021, the time of COVID.
Yeah.
Right? If like how Malawi ran during that time, policy said nobody else should be able to enter a shop without putting on a mask.
Yeah.
Right? You have to put on a mask, you have to and everybody else was doing that. They were following those rules and those policies and all that.
Yeah.
How does that also play into the digital sector? Like, how does policy play around that to actually help into the cultural mindset of people?
Yeah, it's very good. Actually, you're right to say, there's some level of policy that can drive people towards digital adoption.
Yes.
So I'll give an example. If we, so there are services that people need to have almost every day.
Okay.
Kind of ID services, kind of my passport. The people are looking for digital like services, like normal services.
Yeah.
If we, there is a deliberate way of making sure some of these services are pushed online. Let's say, I know issues ngati pano tunena zantukula pakhomo anthu ambiri akhala ndi masimu kadi because they know kuti ndalama zimabwera kumtukula pakhomo and all that. So if a similar approach is done to some of the services, it's possible kuti people would be forced to be online. Of course there will be clients, internet, my phone, my gadgets and all those things. Komano, I think if some of the policies some of the services are readily available online and push people to know you cannot access AIP if you're online. You cannot access Ntukula if you're online. You cannot access voting and all that. There'll be resistance, yes. Komano, the best way would be kumaenda a measured approach. Kuti no siku kusekera tu ku ujeni kuma preferences ikhabe ku digital kuti anthu azipanga be ujeni. Because the way we are going, as long as an average Malawian wakes up in the morning every day and he doesn't interface with the internet or the digital space, we should forget about digital transformation. Because antambiri tikudzuka kukhala tsiku lonse ndikagona without seeing the need for the digital space. A lot of
you're not wrong.
Yeah.
The only space that we know is Facebook. But that's besides the point.
So you're like going against the wind. So there's a lot of investments, a lot of what, and unfortunately for my developers and my product development people like Plum, what it means is my clients. These are their clients. So some of the clients don't have the right skills, digital literacy is low, and then you add in the economics around it, gadgets, internet, and all those. They would know technically market yao ndiyo chepa and ikupitira bichepera for you to know chakuja chikupikisana ndi the digital space.
Yeah, and I mean your market, how much is it, like the percentage wise?
No, so like if you look at the corporate sector, it's in any market, the biggest buyer they say is the government, right? So if you look at the national budget itself, there's a bigger chunk that goes into government acquiring, stuff. Are we talking about that market? But if you look at the segmented, I like the example that Vince gave, where if the government were to take a phased approach, right? Because then that becomes a market. I'll give you a very straightforward and simple example of the culture that he's talking about.
Yes.
The majority of women in Malawi do banking Kwande.
Yes.
Right? But I think it's also one of the issues that a lot of people are grappling with in the technology space. To be able to help those women deal with the fraudulent issues that they face year in, year out. To give them the technology so that then they can leverage on the technology and cut on the fraud, but also even beyond that, use the data that they are using, that they're transacting on the platform and share it with other financial institutions for bigger opportunities. That in itself is a culture issue. Do they need the technology? I think they do. But I think so for example, if government were to give those incentives to say, if a group of women or farmers in, Karonga self-organize themselves in a cooperative and they're doing this village bank, and if they're digitized, there'll be the first preference, there'll be first preferred to be given access to, like fertilizer, for example, farm input.
Yeah.
I think that will also incentivize them and give some sort of and then let's digitize, because right now if you ask them, they'll say, but why would we want to digitize? Right? There's no incentive. Right? In other markets, people are digitizing. So in Kenya, for example, there is crazy traffic. That it makes sense for you to order your food from KFC on an app. Because it will get to you quicker than if you were to go in your car to go to KFC. So sometimes circumstances are forcing the adoption of the technology. The use of drone technology, for example, to send parcel or to send medicine over long distances. They are working to the advantage of the hospital facilities. The use of a mobile. One example in Kenya I came across is to be able to order medicine from the pharmacy, for example, or to order a clinician to come to you, take your blood sample, take your diagnosis, whatever, and then prescribe, what medication you need after taking the blood. Like they'll go and run the test and whatever, and then on an app tell you, okay, we've ordered this medication, this is what you need. You haven't left your home to go to the hospital.
And like for a person like me who does not like hospitals, that is, which country is it? Okay.
So there are circumstances that are forcing people to turn into
at gunpoint.
Yes.
Unfortunately, that's where Malawi will go to.
Yes.
If we don't digitize normally, circumstances. I think the COVID example that you gave was circumstances. Yes, government had to come in and bring in a policy, but it was the circumstances that were there.
Correct.
The danger part with that is that we'll have like a skewed like growth. We'll lose control of how to grow it. Right now we are able to manage which areas should we focusing in. How do we automate and digitize agriculture? How do we automate and digitize education? How do we automate and digitize manufacturing industry and all those things? So we're better placed. Actually, if we are organized and structured, Malawi can become a leader in the global, even the regional digital space.
Is it?
Yeah. We've got very big potential. We've very big potential. Strategies and everything. We're just missing a few bits and pieces that we can fix, and then we become a global leader. We can export even labor without labor leaving the loom. Imagine Achinyamata, in Chitipa or Nsanje or what. There are a lot of digital jobs online these days.
Yes.
All they need is exposure and skills and equipment and gadgets, and just help them to say, ChatGPT was trained in Kenya by young people. Like they do what is called data and image annotation. So basically, to train a machine, you have to pick out Nyamatango color mulumu mao pa computer yao tukumango panga piki kutino galu basi ndika kesa jongo zungulira ndukulemba dog man woman, so thousands and thousands of images paid. And then you mango zipanga save and all that. So and that was zungusa funa kubanga chilo zimene, so they are thinking about broader modules that they can build and all that. Kuma kunoko, imagine if somebody captures that and ukasegule center yako kuchitipa ndukwaika chinyamata kumene kucha Nsanje kwaika chinyamata kuti no dipeze business kunjako ndizikupangira ni train ma all the AI systems that are coming kusokolo kuno bas muntu kalimoto. So I will see that a million times and all that. So you push that and then you're able to get paid. Mwina mukitizana ma volumes kuti no paka picture kali kosamena watumiza kizo pasa ni 30 cents by the day. Mwina mtazi limbikira kuti ndipange mwina pictures 500 per siku, and then you get paid and all that. So you imagine kuti no, if we can position ourselves many in India ngati center of call centers and who amafuna azimbidwa mafoni kanyanja and we position ourselves as a center for that, we can make a lot of
these are brilliant ideas, but for me, like there's always like you're saying, there's always right? And me, I'm heading towards policy, right? Because we have sat here many times. Every month we sit here and we discuss this kind of topics, but then you know, like how we have they're having mad ideas in the tech sector, in the tech industry and all of that. But then when it comes to policy, I'm a woman, you know, that war.
Yeah.
Right? Like what can be done? So in Kudi, our policies are able to accommodate and not just accommodate these ideas, but the part of implementation themselves. Could we can actually position ourselves on that spectrum? Yeah. Like what can be done in which policies also, and what policies also can be introduced or implemented also in the country.
In terms of that, policy-wise, I know, good know. I think there have been some efforts the past 4 or 5 years. A lot of policies have been pushed around maybe enhancing the digital space. I can give examples of we've got the new national digitalization policy, which is kind of talking about all the issues around what government is focused in terms of digitizing the space. I think they've mentioned a lot of issues that like they're much interested in doing that. There've also been efforts around the Data Protection Act, which kind of talks about my elements around protecting personal data. I know that some investors cannot come into a country, personal data is not well handled and well protected and all that, privacy issues and all that. So they've also done that. To me, where we are lacking is there's a bit of misalignment of where the ideas are and where the monies are. There is a lot of money that is coming in. I can give you 10 projects or 10 initiatives that are supporting businesses in Malawi, funding initiatives.
Yes.
I can give you.
You want to give me that now? We can do it.
No. Okay. I know those projects, but now how they align with the average Malawian. Could you know? Either they are rigid in terms of understanding, we are flexible, enough, we can accept business to this level and be patient with an entrepreneur to a level as our progress and the business. So sometimes we are strictly focused in a box. The box no fund ya tu imaenda chonchi basi. Maenda chonchi basi. Nkati mukufuna amena sintend entrepreneur yo kuti asinthe azipange accommodate to the box. So I maybe to put it in a better way, we're still in the hangover maloni and the bank loans kind of thinking. So most of the funds, even investment funds, and that to apita ku level my private equity investors, they're willing to invest in a raw idea.
Correct.
I go to the mentor and crap, I pitch to them idea my business and the next thing they're signing a check. Okay, TNTKS makompino mfuna ngati ndikupanga ni connect ndi munthu wakunja akupangire nija kuti pamene kunoko andifuza kuti no malo uli ndi galimoto uli ndi nyumba uli ndi interest rate yathu ndi mwakuti. So even some of these funding elements, they are so rigid to the point kuti no akuvuta kuti no munthu uyuyu afikire kuma conditions awawa. So if we can have ena kuti no even idea level, I think we've been discussing issues when kuti no even intellectual property. Kuti no inend ndi idea, my intellectual property can be used as a collateral. Kuti no chintu ichi it's an innovation, it's genuine, and chikazawa mba kupanga ndrama kusogoloko, I'll be able to pay back. Use chimene chonga collateral, that ingenuity that I do have. I may not have anything, I just use that ingenuity that I have. Kuti no kusogoloko, I'll be able to pay back your money and all that. And then they are willing even to come and be part of shareholders. Jabu ulibe kena kalikose kumatika now in the board. It is kupanga advise it and sana business mpaka taona potential kuti you've got a business. So there are a lot of young people who kupanga struggle with those ideas and they're not able to make it. And unfortunately, I think with experience and bend owner, it's no amount of policy is going to change that.
Okay.
Yes.
No, because policy and all that, it's the way we understand our program, like initiative development, design, and all that, and how we are willing to take risk in some of these things.
Okay.
Yeah. So, the only way to drive an entrepreneurship change is when the entrepreneurs themselves rise up and start running that. So, entrepreneur alindi interest ya amadzwa mavuto amene entrepreneur makupana.
Yes.
So when I give you money to come pass entrepreneur nzanga, I would know good know in nakuma ndi risk akuti. Koma we're program people. I would care more about reporting for my program than entrepreneur kwenda bani. So I tick my boxes napeleka 200,000.
Yes.
Whether it worked, it never worked. I gave 200,000.
Okay.
I'll report to I'll report to my bosses. They'll give me another 20,000 to dispense.
Yes.
I'll dispense another 20,000. Take the box.
Yes.
Results.
Impact.
0.
So there's been money that has come in for emerging entrepreneurs, but
lots of it also.
Oh yeah, millions.
Yeah, I've managed some. So, so
how am I just knowing you now? Why did I know you then?
Because you're an entrepreneur also?
Am I not? I'm a podcaster. Isn't this entrepreneurship at its best?
Well, we'll have to properly define that.
Okay,
but,
thank you. Okay.
All right. But he's right. So
yeah,
I think Vurola took Malawi on the kawiri. There's that aspect of we not so the policy issue. We can have policies, and in fact we have very good policies.
Yeah.
In Malawi.
Okay.
Vurola 2 is not the policy. If you look at the Malawi 2063, for example, that is the most beautiful document.
Huh.
Very good aspirations in that document.
Okay.
Yeah. Perhaps we need to be very practical. Now, I'll give you an example of other countries that are very practical, and sometimes pali mabungu ena amadigida unena kuti mwina technology will move, and then they would also follow with updating their policies and regulations and whatever. But I think we need to be flexible as a country, right? In other countries, they don't wait for policies. In fact, when Rwanda was, those guys, the drone guys,
the zipline,
the zipline, when they were experimenting this in Rwanda, it's not good in Rwanda. They had a policy that said somewhere, we can allow you to come as a startup and you experiment with the government of Rwanda. They didn't have that. It was just a discussion, and the willingness of the maybe the minister of technology in Rwanda or whatever, but the government itself. So the willingness to say, oh, you can do this? Yeah, we don't have the policy, but let's try it.
Okay.
Yeah. Right? That willingness. So it can be private sector as well. Because private sector also, they're very big on, when I know there's the number of, I think we have development banks. Cash is not our problem. When we're talking about SMEs and whatever. We have a lot of money in the pensions funds, and most of it, what we're doing is we're buying, infrastructure, hotels, building malls, I mean, obviously that's a good investment, but there's a lot of money still sitting, that needs to be invested. But I think we need to be able to take a different approach altogether. And unfortunately, I think if you have not been an entrepreneur before, it's very difficult for you to understand. Yes.
And that what are called angel investors.
Yes.
They'll put in money and identify someone who would know identity potential, and they put in money there. This guy will not have access to the bank, will not have access to what. So angel investors, my venture capitalists and all that. So our ecosystem was not matured to that level. My billionaire in a calendar business and all that. Yeah.
And I think, so back to your question about why most businesses are not using technology. That was because of the same problem, we've participated, as Angoda mentioned, in some of the accelerator programs, right, in the African region. And what those would do is they would say, okay, tikutanizani kunkani ya legal, so they'll bring lawyers, look at your contractual issues, privacy issue, and then they would also bring people in the finance. Okay, let's look at how you're doing the pricing of your product, because as an entrepreneur, you don't have expertise in all the domains. So all these sort of support is also, it's matandizira. And then one of the things that also they would do is they would say, Tidindi, my technology partners in AWS, if you want to use software, atipatsa credit yoti utamukutha kuigwiritsa ntchito mwina kwa zaka ziwiri osalipira kena kalikonse, right? So as a business umakhala kuti uli ndi mpamba woyambira. So if we could look at our small businesses and link them with the local technology providers and say, okay, what does your business need, in terms of using the use of technology? How can we subsidize that by connecting you with a technology partner that is in Malawi that can provide that, and we'll pay that partner, but you just have to use it for free. You're not paying because we know no pakupita panthawi. So by the time at least the business has picked up, you're able to sustain and say, no, I mean, even our credit nata, but I can actually be paying myself as a business slowly and moving forward.
Nalembapo concept imeneyo for one technology company. Malawi muno kuti muli ndi infrastructure mbiri mangokhala aitene na nyamata anu azaike information yawo masave anuwa, give them space, kuti ayesere. There'll be mida na nyamata 10, 15 muli ndi ideas bwerani apa under the tutelage of our experts. Tizi kupasa ni space to muike mu space huko, so you have co-working space, so you understand my problems atu. So periodically tizi kuza kuti ma problem yetu makumana ngati company bejani. Let's say kandi customer relationship. So abwera muntu wa customer relations azakulankulana nyamata 10 ndikuzani kuti mavuto amene makumana nawo ndi chakuti khala ni mulumumo mina for the next 3 weeks. Try to solve this issue using technology space yatu. Chili chose memu kafundira zote zokupasa. Memu chamutuluka my ideas. At the end of the day mugizana kuti apa nge hold this idea ndindani. And then you now start working on those spaces and all that. What has been happening kumalakuno, I've gone with Ajnamarambi to pitch to big companies with ideas and all that. The best thing sometimes that comes out is tukulemba ntchito. Tufuna wantu wa IT pa. Man, nyamata ma IT, tufuna mtu wa ntchito wa IT. So they cannot compete like look at him ngati a potential client to as a business and all that. Koma angoona mu nyamata wa kuti IT amulembe ntchito azika
and the dream dies.
And the dream dies eventually makapanga no clean my printer. So that's what has been going on. Koma we've got potential. My other worry in doing I think there's a bit of a push towards my technology company mbili akupita towards enterprise development. Akuyangana kwambiri ma corporates akumusia kwambiri consumer, like individual products. There are very few people who are innovating for the consumer. I know there is more interest in B2B because in the sikuvuta, because of course muvuta na poyamba pokoma once you've got a stable customer, anyamata mbili they would rather have 2-3 businesses that are supply like corporate than apite to a consumer zikapanga manage 2,000 consumers and giving them products and all that.
Wonderful.
So the danger part is tikalowa kwambiri mbali mine, which is good, yes, the enterprise part. The consumer part suffers. We need so mbili kuti apange ma products kuti akupita kwa average consumer and all that. Okay.
Going to digital transformation, because you have been saying about that quite a lot in your statements. Digital transformation in terms of like the hardware that most people use, and it's not like it's also a huge percentage. I mean, it has access to hardware, as in gamma computers, gamma phones, especially smart ones, and all that. And even if you look at them on the market, they're very expensive, and the consumer themselves, they are not able to actually access this kind of things, and especially as a business person, right? Taking an example, let's say a graphic designer, you actually need a very good laptop for you to actually be able to come to create your designs and all that, right? But then you look at that computer and how much it is. But let's say a MacBook, wabos. Hey, what is like the average panoba MacBook? A good one. Hey, you see? And the layman himself could have paid 1.5 and get this good laptop for them to actually grow their business, because they need that to actually grow their business.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So now where I'm going is also part of policy itself, right? Kudi, is there a way where there can be a subsidy? I'm taking this like giving an example. Yeah, many and I'm going to introduce my solar panels. Like there's a huge subsidy. In solar panels when they're coming in the country. There has to be an access, like a very huge population in the country. Good people, they should be able to use these solar panels and whatnot. Can the same also be adopted into this area, as in Gamma laptop, Gamma smartphones and all that? And not just that, is there a possibility where we can even be assembling these gadgets here also in the country? Yeah.
Policy-wise, there's a policy.
There is?
The digital economy strategy of 2019 is very well detailed on the taxes amene alipo.
Okay.
Amene akupangisa zinthu zizidula, amene akupangisa ujeni, and the strategies on how to remove those.
Yes.
And attract people to come and assemble ujeni momuno.
Yeah.
So policy-wise, we are covered.
Okay.
Practicality and implementation.
Thank you.
Of course, I know there have been efforts.
Okay.
There's been a lot of talk, even the last 12 months or so, around the manufacturing gadgets in Malawi. And all that I know, I think the Minister of Information and Digitalization, they're working very hard. They should find someone who can be able to assemble my phones, and all that. So there is policy, yes, and there is intent to do that.
Okay.
The progress and it's
a bit slow.
And all that, yeah.
Okay.
There is a lot of opportunities in the space.
Okay.
Policy is there. I think there is intent, even political will to that extent.
Okay.
I think there is need to be practical and like move in terms of implementation.
Okay.
And also attract as many private sector investments as possible.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any advice that you can have for businesses out there in adopting technology? Any advice? Because this will also be like part of awareness also.
No. I think we've reached a stage where you need to digitize or die.
Okay.
Yeah.
As a business.
As a business, not as an individual, yeah. People will be forced to digitize at gunpoint.
Okay.
Because I think a lot of things are shifting towards the digital space.
Yeah.
But for you to get data, quality data, like even data-driven decisions and all that, you need quality data. You need systems in place. You need structures in place. So people should start preparing for that. And then if you are also aspiring to be a leader in the digital space, Panova, we've reached a stage where you cannot control the physical world if you don't understand the digital world.
Okay.
So even if you want to, you've got aspirations, kind of politics, kind of business, kind of journey. The first thing, we've passed the stage on a degree in IT, degree in computer science and all that.
Yeah.
Even basic digital literacy. Understand the digital world.
Yes.
And you become a better leader in anything. Because and is what losers into in the digital space.
Yeah.
And then imagine you are a leader of a Gen Z community. You know they are communicating online and all. And you find
I see what you did there, but it's fine.
Decisions have been made.
Yeah.
And you just hear everyone else is like, no, we already know what we're doing because we've communicated somewhere else.
True.
And all that. So to control the physical world, you need to understand the digital world much more now.
Amazing. Bram, any advice on your end?
On the business?
Yeah.
I think the advice on the business, for me, I think it's more on. They say that if it's working, why would you want to fix it?
Okay.
It's not broken.
Okay.
Why would you want to fix it? But I think what Vincent said is actually true. We're heading somewhere where, I mean, there are shops that were literally like, if you go and say different bank swipe in the card.
Yes.
And I remember one of them was Bread Talk. I think Bread Talk was the number one. Like point of sale machine, right? But they were forced because people were against the fact that you have to always use cash just for you to buy a bread, right? And so some of the businesses may not see it as a requirement for them to go digital. One of the customers will force them, or either the customers will shun and go to where the business is actually providing convenience. So you'd find that the examples that they are very obvious examples of Nokia, the Blackberries. They thought time management. Right? Yeah. So I think as a business, you shouldn't settle. I feel. We digital.
Yes.
You can do that for quite some time, but I think there will be time where you really need to either get out of business or adopt and use digital technology.
And times are changing fast as well.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. In as much as we are a little bit rigid in terms of our culture, but we're seeing the culture also being broken down a little bit. Yeah.
It's more. It's shifting towards the wind. Yeah. As Vince put it.
Which is a good thing. We're moving, guys.
Yeah. We're moving.
Yeah. I'm so sorry.
So we're moving.
Okay. Yeah, we are. People, like, we are moving. Each and every time we are here, we are seeing that actually, as a country, as Malawi, there's progress in our tech sector. I mean, we're doing a lot, like in terms of our mobile money, like our payment systems, and we're actually developing other technologies even in our businesses now and all that. In as much as there's still some rigidity happening there, but I mean, there is movement, right?
Yeah.
So no, it's been a beautiful conversation. I mean, thank you, Vincent, for actually being part of this conversation. We have learned a lot, I mean, your mysteryness still there. You kept it a little bit sadly, but I mean, and I said it. At the end of the day, I will break you. And
I think you should set time.
Yeah.
At some point, I'll come back.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Like
from a person that didn't want to be here, and then saying I will be back. Beautiful thing. I told you I'll break you by the end of this, and I always keep my word. And it was beautiful, Bram. It's been lovely as always. It's always a dance with you and me. But today was very nice. I like it.
I'm not waiting, so good.
Yeah, no, it's been a lovely conversation. I hope that you have learned something from this. I have actually. We have talked about so much here, and if you're an entrepreneur, I hope you have learned a couple of things, and especially you adopting technology in your businesses or risk to die, right? So until next time, guys, it's always me, Gugu. I know today my hair is not doing its thing, but at least it's doing something. Until next time, guys. We'll see you. It's been us. Ciao.
Financial institutions use KYC policies to reduce business risk and comply with industry regulations. But current processes are fragmented, manual, and lack operational insight, making teams ineffective and customer experience a pain. Angle Dimension's Smart Identity makes conducting due diligence a frictionless experience for everyone. This eKYC solution uses artificial intelligence-powered automation to streamline, standardize, and secure the KYC process for greater customer satisfaction and quicker time to revenue. Gain a comprehensive view of your customer using Smart Identity. Whether you're a bank aiming for seamless customer onboarding, a telco streamlining your process, a government agency ensuring secure registrations, or an insurance company enhancing customer trust. Smart Identity is your one-stop eKYC solution.